This is Rimchunkerton, my semi-extreme one-chunk Ironman. Starting in Rimington, we are exploring Gielinor one chunk at a time. We've still got a couple of big grinds in this chunk, and the tone setter for this is going to be the bone grind. While we have gotten the long bone, we still haven't yet got the curve bone, and we are farming these from ice giants. One of the arguably more difficult ways to obtain this item. Since this is one of the easier grinds in the chunk we have left, this is really going to set the tone for how the rest of this chunk is going to play out. So let's see if we're going to be trapped in a prison or if we can start moving forward towards the Royal Titans. Alright, well, a little milestone. We've hit 40 range. That's nothing else that we can do. We can't get Green Dragonhide, and we can't get a used short bow for the time being, but 40 range is a good milestone at least. Hey, there's our longbone. There's longbone number 2. All right. Just talking about the prediction. Prediction's done. The believers win. All right. There's a little 50 range. Honestly, I did not even see it. I didn't see it coming up. So I wasn't expecting it. But 50 range. That's a pretty good mark. And a couple of nice fellas here. A lot of people talk to me that are doing Royal Titans, and it's super nice. Look, there's nothing else to say, but I get to talk to a lot of people down here as they do Titans, and it's been a lot of fun. But 50 range, a nice little milestone. I said I wanted to get between 50 and 60, so we're there, kind of. We've got another episode of Mystery Box Roulette. I don't want anything great. I just want something that isn't absolute garbage. Like a Myth Simi. It's not as good as a Rune Simi, but on the tier of things you can get from Mystery Box, that is top tier about 1 chunk ago. So at least it's cool to have. I guess I need to... I don't have the ability to. Okay. Well, maybe I mine this later. I think it's just going to die. Surely people will show up. But I found a star. I think this is my first star I've found. There's 55 range. Red Chin, something we will probably never get, but... just a little, like, milestone level. 55 range. I should probably at least get to 60 soon, and then we'll probably start going back to melee after that. So we flew by 2,000 kills at Ice Giant, so I figured I'd make a good 2025 reference. 2,025 kills. You know, just chugging along. Yeah, this is the same thing you guys have been seeing. I'm sitting here ranging. Soon I'll get this up to 65. I'll do melee. I just haven't quite decided when yet. And maybe 60, maybe 70 range. We're going to be here for a while. But that's 2,000 kills. We're creeping up slowly on the drop rate. But we are far, far away still. But also being able to actually hold. I guess there's not like... Hey, there's 49 prayer. I was not ready for that. Does that give us redemption? It does. It gives us redemption. Nice. So there's a rare prayer level. Nice. That's a good one. It's a good kill. And we got it. We got the Mystic Fire Staff nonetheless. That's what we love. We're back. And then a Ranar Weed again. Alright, we've successfully secured our Fire Staff back. Well, there's our third longbone. 2,200 kills in, third longbone. There is another longbone. What is that, 100 kills after-ish? I think? Maybe less. So, we're starting to catch up on longbones. Slowly but surely. We're now, what? That's enough longbones to be at 1,600 KC, so we're too shy now? Just about too shy. But I don't want to get rid of them, but they're starting to become an inventory issue, so that's not great. I keep making me go dry, please. I don't need them. We're back with yet another mystery box. Perfect timing. We get a Leo random event. You know we love these, and I have way too many longbones in my inventory right now. So, very, very happy with this. We'll clean this up a little bit. There we go, looking nice and clean. I decided to get rid of a couple of the runes, and basically everything up here that we always get rid of. So we're going to have another decently clean inventory. I am ecstatic about that. Anytime Leo wants to pay me a visit, he is more than welcome to. There is 60 range. That's a pretty cool milestone. We don't really have anything to gain from there, but it's just cool to have 60 range. We're just going to keep going. This is so much easier than melee. I'm gonna range until we get the curve bone, I think is ultimately what's going to happen. We'll see where we get to, but this is my plan for now. And with this set of bones, we're going to hit 50 prayer, which is nothing. There's nothing crazy going. Ooh, 81 combat, that was cool. Nothing crazy going on with it, but it's a milestone level. 50 prayer. Now we have a whole lot of bones to bury before 51. Or lamps. Fingers crossed for lamps. There's another long bone. These things are coming in hot now. We are at 2700 KC. And we're now up to 5. So after that first one, now we're starting to catch back up in our RNG. Shout out to Cheeto Guy. I love when people come up and talk to me. I feel super awkward about it, but I love it. And I really appreciate you guys. So I know I think I did this one other time in this video, but shout out Cheeto Guy. There is another long bone. We are really making back our RNG on long bones recently. What are we at now? 2800 KC for our what is that? 6th long bone. I missed it by a little bit, and this isn't exactly accurate because I've been doing some kills on mobile. I've got a couple hundred probably. But for loot tracker purposes, we've passed 3,000 ice giants. So we are 60% of the way there to the drop rate, and I just not too long ago hit 64 range. So depending on if we get lucky or not, we're going to have 70-ish, 75 range, which would be pretty cool. All right, so this is kind of a cool milestone that's coming up. We are out of potato seeds. The massive stack of potato seeds we had is gone from hobgoblins, and I don't foresee myself really killing hobgoblins anymore. I've got better things to train on for either prayer or combat in general. So these are most likely going to be the last potatoes that we farm on the account for a long time. We have close to 2,400 cheesy potatoes just awaiting us in our inventory, so we shouldn't need food for a long time, and that's basically going to put to end our farming for a little while. Feels like something we've been doing forever, and it's going to feel weird to not have to care. All right. I told you I'd give you updates on my every 5 combat skills. There's 65 range, which, I mean, we are chugging along pretty well on the range front. So, I don't know, we've got a couple hundred arrows left. I've just been restocking, selling the stuff I get from Ice Giants, restocking. I'll probably go to 70, and then I'll start focusing on more melee-centric training. But until then, there's 65 range. Well, there is another long bone. We really are catching up on these long bones pretty quickly. That is just at 3366 KC. We've now hit up to 8. So that, I did bad math before. 8 times 4 is 3,200. That puts us just about on rate for our long bones now. We've officially, RNG has caught back up with itself, and we are on rate. There is another long bone. Good lord. We really just we're accelerating this RNG. But I'd rather just get the curve bone, you know? We are not that far out from the last one. 3377 kills. So, yeah, we're starting to need another Leo random. And we just got one, so we'll see what we do with these. This is probably the last level we're going to see in a little bit. That's 52 prayer, which is smite. Another overhead we can flick on. Kind of a iconic prayer level for a lot of accounts, mostly PKing accounts, but still, it's cool to have, and that means 11 levels left, which there's nothing else interesting we're really going to get. We can't do Chivalry, Preserves. I don't think we can do it either. So, that's really the last unlocks I wanted to show you guys. Next one's going to be probably 60. Nice milestone level. There's another long bone. Our inventory is starting to get a little messy at this point. I didn't realize we soared past 4K ice giants. Hey, there's 66 strength. We soared past 4K ice giants, so 80% of the drop rate. We're coming up pretty quick on curve bone, hopefully. Hey, there was 50. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that to be 50 mage, but there's 50 magic. Just with the last the last shot of mind runes we had, 50 mage. What does that give us? Does that give us anything cool? Magic dart, snare. All right. All right, we're up to 5 longbones here. This is this is getting to be a nuisance, is what this is. There is our first 70 skill, 70 hit points. That is now our highest skill. Range might pass it, but we're going to be going to combat after 70 range, so it'll get even. Maybe pass it if I feel like continuing to do range, but there's 70 HP. There we have 70 range. I was thinking about it, and I think I'm actually just going to keep doing range because it's just so easy in AFK. I'll train melees as I train melees, but the range is just too nice, honestly. Like this makes it a lot more laid back AFK, and I don't want to give this up. So maybe in the future we start training more melees, but I think range is going to be it for a little while. Yeah, nature runes and a water battle staff. That will never serve me any purpose, surely. No.
Unless it... Do you have water runes? Or a spell that you could train with that uses water runes?
Actually, yes. Good call. I need water runes for curse, so I might as well hold on to that one. That saves me from collecting 4,000 water runes. So actually,
4,000.
big. Yeah, I need to collect 4,000 water runes and 6,000 fire or earth runes. Over 6,000. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Perfect, World Titans.
Spoils.
Spoils. For 2 herbs, yeah. All right, we've got a baguette here. Is this the time? No, that's a normal baguette. We've got a Leo random event, so we can unload some inventory. Goodbye Longbones. Goodbye Snapdragons. Goodbye Ranars. Goodbye Goldor. Key piece. These 2 prayer potions, I hope they come in handy in the future. I'm really excited to have them. Now look at our inventory. It's nice and clean again. I was getting a little worried, I'm not going to lie, but we now have just a much better setup here. So, lovely. I know you've seen probably a lot of Leo clips, but I like to show you what I'm depositing so you know kind of what's going in the bank because we don't have access to it, and there's no other way for me to do it. Well, that's another long bone. I think basically right on rate at this point. We're probably at, yeah, 4,800. That was our 12th long bone, wherever it is. 12th long bone at 1 in 400. We're right on rate. Hopefully that means we go on rate for this curve bone. We're 200 kills away, just under. Hopefully we see it soon. I would like to not go dry on it, ideally. Well, it was our long bone. Honestly, first kill of the day. First kill of the day. Hopefully that means good things. Alright, this is going to be kill 5,000 for Ice Giants. Technically it's not. I did some on mobile that isn't counted in the loot tracker. But for the sake of the loot tracker, 5,000 Ice Giants, which is the drop rate for the curve bone, which means we are officially going dry on the curve bone. I don't understand what's happening here. We are officially going dry on the curve bone, so I hope we're not here for too much longer. We will see. Those chaos runes are some nice magic XP we'll be getting soon. The ore is not bad either. The mithril ore will probably sell, but the coal we might as well keep with our looming smithing grind. But this is going to be some good magic XP. All right, we're just going to hit a little milestone of 5,500 Ice Giants. I figure I'll go every 500 is a good way to temper this until we get the curve bone. So there is 5,500 ice giants. 15 long bones. We are now like decently overrate on long bones. 15 out of 400 KC drop is 6k. So we're now trending forward on long bones, surprisingly, after how dry we had gone before. Wow. That is there we go. That is what is that, 15? 13. 13 kills in between 2 long bones. To just give us another long bone. To be extra super duper spooned on long bones. Okay. Well. Anytime the curve bone now wants to show up, that would be good. This is actually crazy. What is happening today? What? I mean, okay, this is a little longer. This is maybe an hour and a half after the last long bone, but like, I don't know what's happening. We are now so overrate, or underrate, I guess, on long bones. What if one of these was just a curve bone? I feel like today's a big bone day. That's 3 long bones in a day when I've done 200 kills-ish, I think. Maybe a little more. Feels like curve bone should be coming next. This is absurd. What is happening? What is happening right now? What? This is, again, like 12 kills. What is going on? What broke? Something's not working, or something working too well. I don't know. What is going on here, guys? What? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what is going on. Maybe about 50 ice giants. I don't have the inventory space to keep doing this. I don't. This has been. I said I wouldn't put longbone content in the general videos, but like this is 5 in a day. This is 5 in 4 hours of playing. What? We've done it. We've got another Leo event. We can play the game again. We can free up the crazy amount of inventory space that we need. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. That. The Ranars, the Snapdragons, the coal. And we are looking so much better on inventory space again. Absolutely fantastic. Well, we just got rid of these. And I guess we got another one. The drop rates have been kind of crazy recently. 20 and 5,800 is not normal. And I don't really want more of them. So game, if we just stop. I don't want them. I'm going to pick them up. I feel obligated to. But I do not want them. I don't know when this is going to stop. But hopefully it's soon. We're just about to cross 6K, and that's another long bone. It feels like a cruel joke at this point, but oh well. I'll see you guys in a minute for 6K KC. I actually missed 6K KC, so here's 6,004. Still just hunting the curve bone. 73 range. We hit 69 strength recently. Stats are statting, and curve bone is not curve boning, so let's hope that we can get it soon. I'm going to be at 55 prayer rather soon, so that's another cool milestone for having all these big bones. There's 55 prayer. I feel like a good milestone. I don't think it gets us anything. Preserve, but just the prayer levels are very slow, so 55 prayer feels very good. I missed a little 250 kill update. I don't know how often I'm going to do the updates on Ice Giants, but 250 kills seems like a good number, maybe. So we passed 6250. Every 250 seems like a pretty good benchmark, and as long as we don't get it here, we'll just be continuing on. There's another one. We'll just... I decided I will just show every time I get it because it's something to show. There's another long bone. That is... You guys would know, but I haven't had one in a little bit. 22 long bones. We're at just over 6,300 kills. We're just gonna check in here. We are crossing 6,500 ice giants. I think every 250 is gonna be a good benchmark of KC check-in. Our body rune stack is getting nervously high for runes I feel obligated to use. And with that, we're just gonna keep going. 6,500 KC. There's another one. What is happening? What? I don't get the long bone luck. We're at 6555. And that's 23 long bones. That's... Nah, we should have that many long bones at 9,200 KC. So we are just getting spooned long bones for no reason whatsoever instead of getting our curve bone. Oh, Lord. Oh, there's another one. Well, what do we have here? If you wouldn't believe it, it's another long bone to add to the collection, as if we needed another one of those. That puts us at 24, which is the KC of 9,600. You probably just heard me talk about the one at 9,200, but we're one away from having as many long bones as we should have at 10k KC, and we're just about to cross 6,700. The curve bone at any time would be lovely. I know I didn't see you too long ago, but we're at the next milestone of around 6,750, and that's all I got to say. I feel like we're going to be here for a long time. I don't know what it is in me, but I feel like we're not getting this thing anytime soon. We have a little milestone of 75 range. Get a lot of cool stuff. 75 range is generally a really cool level, but we're going to spend it shooting more ice giants. But I think that's the last, hopefully the last milestone range level we'll get, because I'm not going to come back unless we get 80. And hopefully we don't make it to 80 on ice giants. Oh, we just hit a 70 strength. I didn't know that was a marquee level we were hitting. But there's another round level, 70 strength. I think we switched to attack now. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to base 70s and then we'll continue on. So 70 strength. We can go down another inventory slot. We already have one frog token. We might as well make it a second one, huh? One day these are all gonna pay off with XP lamps. There we go. There is 25 long bones. We're just about to be at 7k drops, and that is 10k drops worth of long bones. I had a feeling that was about to happen. I don't know why. Maybe because it just always happens, but long bone number 25. I missed it again. We're now over 7k KC. I saw you guys not that long ago for the long bone, but I told you I was going to update you on the kill counts-ish, and that's what I'm doing. So here's 7,004 kills of an ice giant for a long bone. Surely. So I know I don't look right when I'm ranging, but what am I seeing here? Full ancient shooting a normal short bow with iron arrows? And I don't even know what cape that... Oh, that's one of the pride capes. And then Spike... This dude's a menace to society. What a beast. I no longer have the weirdest ranging outfit in this cave. I don't. He's also been shooting this one. And as you can see, it's not going well. Because I'm about to kill my second ice giant in the time he's done half the damage. Alright, we're at somewhere over 7,250. Again, these are all just estimates. I'm not paying attention too much to exactly when we're hitting our 250 kill goal, but there, 7,250. Hasn't been much exciting happening, which is fine. All right, this kill is going to signify 7.5k kills at Ice Giants without our curve bone. That is just about 1.5 times dry for the curve bone. So, I don't know. That's just a pretty good milestone. 1.5 times seems weighty. Seems like it has a lot of substance to it. So there we go. We'll keep on keeping on. But this is also shout out to Rustman. It would have been a little combo. This is getting slightly demoralizing. I mean, at least I can just chill in range, but I would love to be able to do other things. And I know technically I can do other things, but there's kind of a sequence of events I want to do, which I'll talk about in a little bit if we get the curve bone. And this is the first step. So hopefully soon. Well, there's no more room in my inventory for these long bones. Stop. That's long bone number 26 at 7566. We now have an obscene amount of long bones in the inventory. Good God. I don't think there's much else to say. Another long bone to the collection. That is a big level. 55 magic. Usually a level that chunkmen really need to grind out to, because high alchemy usually comes from something pretty early on in chunks. Not for us, because we didn't have any nature rune drops as a 1 in 16, but we have a nature rune stack anyway, and we hit 55 magic without trying. So that's a nice milestone. And then now anything from titans that we get, we can high alch. Just more money. No way, dude. Why? What is this curse that I have? What is this? What is this infliction? This affliction that I have obtained. 7649. That is longbone number 27. And is my account turning any curve bone drops into long bones? I don't quite know what other reason we have to be obtaining all of these. Alright, well, long bone again. I really need a Leo. I really, really need a Leo random. Hey, there's 40 farming. I did not think we were going to actually hit 40 farming, but I'm just cleaning up the Ranar weeds, so interesting. Nice. From just this patch up to 40. Alright, coming in with our KC-ish update. I missed 7750, so we're at 7760. You know, you saw me recently with the 1700th curve bone. Nothing has really happened exciting since then. We did hit another attack level, which also gave us a combat level. We're now 86, and I think that's it, I believe. So 8k. We'll see you at 8k. Well, I get... Hey, what are these still doing on my screen? Editor, get rid of these. Just kidding, I'm the editor. We've made it to the end of another adventure. We are still going for that curve bone, and man, is it an adventure. Definitely just elongating other grinds that we're going to have. But I want to do a little bond giveaway. I think that would be fun. How many long bones do you think I will get before I get the curve bone? Make sure you're subscribed and leave a comment down in the comments below. The first person who guesses the right number, I'll be giving away a bond to. So please be nice to me. Don't curse me with any more of these long bones, or at least not a ton of them, please. Also, some people were asking for it, so let's look at the stats between last episode and this episode. Here they are, and kind of the big improvements you can see is we doubled our range level. We went from 38 to 76. We've also got 12 magic levels, and then 9 prayer levels is actually a ton. Throw some combat levels in there, some HP, some defense, strength, and attack. We got our farming up to 40. We've got a little bit more fishing XP from some random events, and this is what the stats are looking between the last 2 episodes. We gained 85 total levels, and we've been playing just over 19 days of playtime on the account. I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Sorry it's been taking a little while. I did take a little bit of a break, but then also just the grind is the grind, so I appreciate you all being here. I will be streaming now that I've kind of gone off my break, and we're doing some more chunk content over on Twitch and YouTube. Feel free to tune in if you'd like to follow along. Leave a like if you did, and I will see you all next time.